Hello there, world of chefs. Welcome to my culinary cooking channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the proper way to dice and slice, prepare tomatoes for all of your friends. Well, that's what I would be talking about if this was a cooking show, because the take in front of us, known as the Object 268 version 4, looks quite ripe, just like a tomato. This vehicle I am very scared of to see coming into World of Tanks Blitz. Not only am I going to be going over the statistics, but as well, we're going to be breaking into the armor profile, which you can see in front of you. But I also have a live battle where I actually had one of these against me, so you can see just what the armor looks like. Of course, if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But yes, the Object 268 version 4. If any of you are unfamiliar with where this vehicle originates from, it is from World of Tanks PC. It is a tier 10 tech tree Russian tank destroyer. It's basically like, let's combine a VK-72 with an Object 268, jack them on steroids, and compete them in the Mr. Universe competition. That's basically what this vehicle is. It's ridiculous. This here is an IS-7 using premium shells with calibrated on, and it can't even budge the frontal armor. That lower plate is 320 thick. Now, I am running enhanced armor, but it still shows you just how thick that lower plate is. How about we get out any tier 10 medium? Let's say the T62A or the Object 907. Load on that heat. Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't pen it. Literally can't pen anything on the front. So, no tier 10 medium can penetrate the front of an Object 268 version 4. So, let's actually go to some vehicles that have good pen. How about the highest penetration in tier 10 for a heavy? So let's go over to the heavies. IS-4, 374 millimeters of heat pen with Cali. There you go. You can pen the lower plate, which is 330 thick, and you can pen the superstructure. But how about we use that good old gun depression? Oh yeah, you can't pen it. Yeah, this vehicle against the strongest heat pen against tier 10 heavies cannot be penned if it uses just its 5 degrees of gun depression. It's ridiculous. The upper plate is upwards of, oh yeah, $9.99 thick. Sorry, did you think this was a car lot sale? $9.99 off. The sides are 414 and 476, and this, because I'm running enhanced armor, is about 5% thicker, so it's sitting at around 380 to 90 millimeters thick. This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The armor needs to be nerfed on this vehicle. I don't know how Wargaming is going to nerf it, but yeah, pretty ridiculous if you do ask me. So the only weak spot that there is when it is using its full gun depression is this, not this top part. No, can't make the whole thing a weak spot. No, you have to shoot that there. Just aim at the weak spots, you know, easy peasy. I don't even know what to say. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that the sides of this vehicle are completely angled. You can see here that this bottom skid plate is completely angled, and this part here is also completely angled. So when you're looking at this vehicle at a side spot here, it's angled. Oh, also, it has a ridiculously thick track wheel that is 250 thick. You know, all the other parts around it are weak, but if you hit that spot right there, well, good luck getting through, because good job, Wargaming. Let's just make stupid spots all over this vehicle. So that's the armor of the object. How about we break into what the vehicle looks like statistically, which, if you thought it was going to get any better, it is actually. Its hit points is 2,067 if you're running sandbag armor. Yes, this tank does have sandbag armor. Don't ask why. It also has 273 meters of view range, which is quite a lot for a tank destroyer. It has good DPM at 2,889. Sure, it might be the worst for a tier 10 tank destroyer, but that's still 2,900. If you compare that to, let's say, an IS-4, which is sitting at 2,450 or 2,500 DPM, depending on what you're loading it out on, yeah, it's still got 500 more, and judging that this is a frontline heavy, it's not that much of a worry. It's very comparable to what my T110E3 is on DPM. Now, I probably would run Cali, so 2,700 DPM, but still not really that bad. It's pretty strong on the DPM levels. The penetration is 265 on the standard, and it's 330 on the heat. So if you are running Cali, it's 363, plenty to cut through armor. Not bad at all. And, oh yeah, by the way, the heat chills deal 600 damage a shot. Yes, you heard that right. Because the standard AP deals 690 damage per shot. Thank you very much, Wargaming. I really want tungsten shells automatically equipped on my 60 TP, but in a stronger form of a heavy tank. I am not excited, that's all I'm going to say. So yeah, 690 damage per shot. Sure, shell velocity is quite bad, especially on the heat, but when you're frontlining, I don't think that's going to be all too bad. So, let's go over to the aiming time. Terrible, absolutely horrific. Both of the values there are terrible, but it actually is very good on movement dispersion values when rotating the tank, when moving the gun, everything like that. Very good. So while it may have a terrible aiming time, well, not terrible, but average, when you're actually driving the tank, it's not going to bloom much. It's really just your dispersion is going to be terrible. I would highly suggest that you do put on Refined Gun when driving this tank, which will actually make your vehicle not too bad. If we run Refined Gun and you're aiming, your dispersion is going to go down to 0.371, which is very comparable to an E100, actually better than a 60 TP, and your base aiming time at 2.06 isn't too bad. So I don't think this gun's actually going to be terrible at that. Gun depression, as we said, 5 degrees isn't great, but as long as you hide that lower plate, you are completely fine. Weight, this thing weighs 75 tons. It'll be fantastic at ramming. In fact, it's probably the heaviest tank destroyer in tier 10, apart from the Jaeger Panzer. It has very good mobility as well, as you can see, at 45 kilometers per hour forward. And oh yeah, 20 in reverse, because this thing needs to go 20 in reverse. Don't question why. Again, wargaming moment. And effective power to weight is pretty decent at 13.32. Traverse speed is 30 degrees a second, not too slow. It does have terrible camo, the worst in tier 10, but who cares? It's a frontline heavy. Oh, also, this thing gets reactive armor, because, you know, just if it didn't have enough going for it, let's give it a little bit more. So, there you go. That is the Object 268 version 4. But, that isn't enough. I gotta show you guys what it looks like in a live battle, so let's go and do that. And if we just make our way around this corner, there you go. This is the Object 268 version 4. Now, personally, I think that this thing looks really nice. You can see the PBR files look great on it, and it is a very appealing looking vehicle. I really like the design of it. The back of it looks pretty cool as well. The issue is that the tank is just, yeah, well, you're going to see what it looks like from my perspective, because thankfully, I'm actually against this player. I played against 2 of them yesterday, and somehow we managed to win both of the battles, but if we just take a look at the armor profile when I'm aiming at this vehicle, just wait until we see it. There you go. That is the frontal armor. Now, you can also notice that it is completely red on this part here because this is all spaced armor, so gotta love that. But yeah, the entire front is completely red from this angle, and as you can see, I fire a shell right at the side, hoping that it'll pen through the tracks, and it doesn't. Kind of fun, isn't it? So let's see. That one does pen right there, as you can see. Very nice shell. And let's take a look at what the third shell looks like. So I'm going to load in a premium APCR shell. I'm obviously running calibrated. Now, you can see that even with Cali and loading in premium, it is still a little hazy on the pen. And that is with the guy wedging his upper plate up to me. The tank is broken. It is completely broken. I am not excited for this vehicle to come into Blitz in its current state. I do have a feeling it'll be nerfed. But first of all, why does it have 690 damage per shot? The world will never know. Why does the vehicle have that much frontal armor? The world may never know. How many licks does it take to get inside Wargaming's mind? It's like the Tootsie Pop commercials. Either way, I'm not excited for the vehicle. I mean, you can see the guy did very well, 4,085 damage. The tank seems pretty dang busted to me. Why would you run a 268? Why run an Object 263 or even an E3 when you can run a vehicle that combines all of them with more alpha damage and can frontline better? I mean, personally, I believe that that guy should have gone up the bridge and tried frontlining with that thing. He couldn't really do much to help his team, so we were just able to overrun the bridge and continue pushing through. But really, I don't know what to say. I have a feeling it will be nerfed, but it's Wargaming, and usually they don't know what to do on these vehicles. And if it does eventually come out as a collector, if it comes out in its final balanced state, it will not be changed, as we know. Hopefully, it does come out as a tech tree, part of the ASU line, which would be my best guess, but I don't know, and nobody ever knows with Wargaming. So, let me know what you guys think about this tank in the comments down below. Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to click that subscribe button down below if you want to keep up with the newest, most relevant, and up-to-date information, as I tried to show you guys here. I held off a little bit because I wanted to actually get some live open test replays for you guys, and you have it. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!